In today's video, we'll be covering how to generate referrals for your IV therapy service through local business owners, networking events, and existing clients. And as we all know, there's three ways to get customers or clients or patients for your business. Number one is through paid ads. Number two is through organic search rank, meaning you're showing up on Google when people are typing and searching for your services. And then number three is leveraging that in-person interactions, whether it's a networking event or you're going to small businesses that have the customer database that you're looking for. So IV therapy, right? Going to gyms or other wellness-oriented businesses like stretch labs or yoga places, anywhere athletes go. Even daycares, right? We know parents are tired and just need a break sometimes. And identifying these businesses and going to them and introducing yourself. And a lot of times it can get a little bit frustrating, right? You're putting the work in, you're going out there, you're meeting them, but then it's crickets, nothing is happening. And today I wanted to show you what I believe is the missing component to your efforts and how you can use a couple of tools to help you get the most out of your in-person grassroots efforts. And that's what we'll be covering today. Now, as we all know, you could go one-to-one, right? Go looking for one patient at a time, or you could go approach a small business owner that we know has employees and also an existing database of customers that would also benefit from your services. So that's why I love this approach of seeking other business owners, because they already have that built-in network. And there's a couple of benefits of doing that. Number one, as I mentioned, they have a large network. They're influential within their community. They could be long-term customers, right? If they have a business, they're probably not going to move anytime soon. And lastly, they come in with that built-in endorsement. So when you get on the phone with somebody they send your way, they've kind of already endorsed it for you, which gives that other person a little bit of confidence knowing that, hey, it wasn't just someplace I found, it was actually recommended by somebody I already trust. So there's that added leverage point for you to increase the chances of actually making the sale. So to get started, let's assume you're going out every week, a couple of times a week, shaking hands, networking. The first concept is you never want to show up empty-handed. You always want to have something to offer. And that could be in the form of, hey, I'm going to bring your office donuts or treat them to lunch, which is great, right? That's a foot in the door. But now what we need to focus is how do we get the information of those people that would be interested? And that next step is creating a good hook and an irresistible offer. So we're going to cover that first. A compelling hook should get somebody to raise their hand and say, yes, like that's me, I need that. And to do so, I like to take a symptom-based approach. It's hard for people to wake up and say, oh, I need IV therapy services today. Like, people don't think like that, but they can relate to symptoms. So within our hook, I always like to lead with a symptom-based approach. So here are some examples. Need to boost your immunity, energy, or metabolism? Like, yes, I can relate to that. I'm feeling groggy. I'm drinking a bunch of coffee. I'm tired all the time. Or somebody concerned about their immunity. Or do you feel tired all the time with decreased focus or unable to concentrate? So the very first thing we want to do is we want to create awareness and then quickly resonate with them so that somebody says, yes, that is me, sign me up, you have my attention. So step one, create your hook. And then step two, we need that irresistible offer. So here's some examples. We got their attention. Now we're going to give them something. These are examples, right? Modify them to your liking, but get 30% off your first infusion and get entered to win a free infusion. Or buy one, get one free, or get a free B12 shot, whatever it is that you want to do. But I always like to end with enter to win a free infusion. Maybe you can do a monthly giveaway, so that even if they're not ready now, they'll at least want to enter to possibly win this infusion you're going to give away. So step one, create your hook and irresistible offer. There's some examples here for you. Step two, we want a printable flyer with a QR code. So you're out on the streets, hitting the streets, knocking on business owners' door, giving them donuts, whatever it is that you do. And we want to leave them something. And that's why we want our printable flyer with QR code. Now that we have our hook and offer, we want to leave them a simple flyer. So the flyer has our hook, it has our offer, and then it has this QR code so that when you talk to them, they now met you, they like you, they're going to be interested in at least signing up to win this free infusion. So from here, we make it very simple for them to simply scan the QR code, at which point it'll take them to a landing page where they can sign up and claim this offer, or they could call us. Notice that we didn't put too much information on this flyer. We don't have our credentials or our websites. We want to keep it very simple because we just want them to take one or two actions, which in this case is scanning the code, pulling out their phone, scanning it with their camera, which everybody has a phone with the camera, scanning it, claiming the offer, or just calling us and saying, hey, I want the infusion, right? We want to facilitate that process. So this is step two, printing our flyer with a QR code. So now we're not just showing up empty-handed. You can use this at networking events, approaching small business owners, their employees can use it. Maybe they can have it up front so that when somebody's coming in, like checking into the gym, they'll be able to see it, grab the flyer, and go. Once they scan the code, we want a simple landing page that's going to convert these people that are visiting it into paying customers, right? We need to get their information as step one once they visit this simple landing page. So on this landing page, I'm going to show you an example. Notice that there isn't a menu tab. They're not going to visit our website. We don't want them to get lost and start scrolling on the website and then not do anything. We want them to land on this page, introduce them to yourself, maybe some testimonials. And all they can do here is claim their voucher. Actually, let me refresh this page. All right, claim the voucher. So they need to give us their name, their email, their phone number to claim the voucher. So now we have their contact information and we're building our database so that we can continue to communicate with them. So we have our landing page, which is geared to collect that information. On the back end, ideally, we next have some automations. So once somebody enters their information, we want a series of communications to go out so that we can convert them from a lead into an actual paying customer. So that is what we've built out. You can, once they scan, they enter their information, they're going to get a text message and email saying, hey, Juan, thanks for claiming the offer. When is a good time for you to come in? Like, when can we schedule you for your infusion? Or do you want to jump on the phone and answer any questions you might have so we can make some recommendations for you? So let me show you what this form looks like. They're going to enter their information, name, email, phone number. Notice on this step, we asked them, how did they hear about us? So let's say you went to a company and they click this option. We now want them to enter their company name. So let's say they went to my local gym. And the reason we want to gather this is because if there's a business that you're getting clients from, we want to reach out to that business owner and say, hey, like, dude, thanks for sending people my way. Show them, number one, your gratitude, acknowledge their efforts, but then also give them something, right? Give them a B12 shot, give them a big discount, because now they know that their efforts are not going unnoticed. So that's one of the key aspects to all of this, is showing appreciation to those that have referred people to you. If they click on a friend or family, once again, they're able to enter that friend that refer them to you. So it might be one of your existing customers. So let's say they said, Juan referred me to you. Now we have this information. So we can go in our database and then reach out to Juan and say, hey, Juan, thanks for sending us your friends and family. As a form of gratitude, I wanted to give you this. So now we're incentivizing them to send us referrals. Let's say they found us on Google or Facebook. That's okay. We just send them straight to the thank you. So now we have a way of, number one, getting referrals from business owners. But as I mentioned in the first part, we want to also get referrals from our existing clients. So this is easily something that we can also send to our existing database. And something like this is, the technical term is a database reactivation campaign, where you have a list of people that you've already seen and treated. And all we're doing is saying, hey, Juan, if you refer somebody, number one, you're going to get entered to win a free infusion. You're going to get 30% off your next infusion. And if they mention your name, we'll give you something else. So we're able to then thank them for doing that. On the back end, let me just show you how this information comes across. If we go to contacts, here we can go down, and here we'll be able to see, enter your friend or company name so we can thank them. And here it is. If they put Juan, now I can go into my database, search for that person, and then text them and say, hey, Juan, thank you for sending us that referral. I really appreciate it. And here is XYZ, whatever you want that to be. I'm going to leave it open to questions if anybody's watching. Very simple things that you can do to start generating patients for your practice, IV Therapy Center, weight loss clinic, whatever it is that you offer, and start drumming up some business for yourself, so you don't just have to rely on one source of leads or new patients, which usually it's word of mouth or referrals. Now we have the tools so that you can proactively go and network, meet business owners, and reactivate our database of previous clients.